On Larry King Now, it's Miranda Cosgrove. What do you like so much about playing other people?
I think it's fun to be able to get out of your life, to be able to do something like totally different than you. To be able to make people laugh is pretty cool too.
This is the third one. The Despicable movies have caught on.
I think the Minions have a lot to do with it. People seem like they really love them. And I just remember seeing like the first drawings of the Minions, and I thought like people are gonna probably really like these guys.
Did you have an inspiration as a child? Is there someone you wanted to be a career like?
Well, I don't know as a child, but I love Tina Fey. Like, I just absolutely love her.
Plus,
When I first started there, a lot of people would they'd make jokes about me. Like if I raised my hand to answer a question or something, they'd be like, iCarly's like gonna answer a question. Or...
all next on Larry King Now. Welcome to Larry King Now, a return visit with Miranda Cosgrove, actress, singer, songwriter. This is her second appearance on Larry King Now. Miranda shot to fame as Summer Hathaway alongside Jack Black in the hit film School of Rock. Since then, she went on to star as Carly Shay in iCarly, one of the highest rated shows in the history of Nickelodeon. And now Miranda reprises her fan favorite role of Margot in the animated film Despicable Me 3. It'll be in theaters June 30th. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me again.
Why do you think this is the third one, the Despicable movies have caught on?
I think the Minions have a lot to do with it.
The what?
The Minions. People seem like they really love them. And when I first did the first Despicable Me, I was 13 or 14. And I just remember seeing like the first drawings of the Minions, and I thought like people are gonna probably really like these guys. So yeah, I think they have a lot to do with it, and also just because there's kind of a little something for everybody in it. All different kinds of characters, and the star of the whole movie was a villain who turns good. So I think it's fun getting to see him change
Okay, but
things.
then it's 2 and 3.
Yeah.
I mean, Shrek, I did Shrek 2, 3, and 4. They had 4 shots. Why is the franchise continuing so well?
I think they've done a really good job of coming up with interesting characters, I think. Also, like, the villains in each movie have been really cool. I don't know, I think kids just really, like, something about it kids just really get into.
All right, what happens in Despicable 3?
So Gru, who's Steve Carell's character, he's the lead in the movie, he finds out that he has an identical twin brother named Drew, and he's kind of like way better than him in every way, and it really irritates him. So a lot of the movie is just about him getting to know this new brother and bringing his family to meet him and watching the brother kind of beat him in a lot of ways.
And what happens to you?
My character is adopted, and in this movie, she has a mom for the first time. It's played by Kristen Wiig. Her name's Lucy.
Not bad.
And my character doesn't like Lucy. She's like being mean to her the entire movie because she's not like sure about having this like new person in her family.
Do you like the way they draw you?
Yeah, I think it's cool like too how I didn't know until I did the movie that
Yeah.
they like film you and then they take the facial expressions and stuff and the character kind of starts to look like you. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the way Disney did it. When you were in your scenes, were you with the other actors or by yourself?
No, I was all by myself.
Shrek was by yourself, too.
Same way. I thought it was going to be with everyone in the room.
Yeah, you're not.
No.
You do, but then they interpose everybody.
Yeah.
What's the difference between voiceovering and acting on screen?
Well, I really like to be able to go in my pajamas. I like being in the little booth and not having to like worry about anything. Like,
You don't need makeup.
yeah, like being in there, it's like I feel like it's really freeing because like when you're in front of an audience on a set or something like that, it's just totally different. Like I feel like it's easier to be like a little stressed, but like with doing voiceover, it's just all fun.
Did you think when you first saw this script, when you were a kid, that it would be a hit?
I definitely hoped it would be, and I mean, I thought that all the animation looked really cool, and I loved the idea of the story, but it's kind of crazy, like you never really know what's gonna be so big, and it's like still really exciting to me that people like it so much.
Yeah, well, it was a big hit. What does it do, voiceovers do for a career? Because they're not seeing you.
Well, kind of like what I was saying before, for me, I feel like it was just like a really fun experience because I like getting to like be in a little booth and not really worry about anything else and like imagine this world. And then to get to do the lines a million different ways and like you have like an endless amount of takes. So I think that the whole process of it was really fun.
But people don't come out saying that's Steve, that's Miranda, right? They're Preston.
No, people like even
Because
like
they associate
kids.
directly with the character.
Yeah, exactly. Kids don't really get it either. It's funny. They're like, "How are you the character?" Like
Russell Brand is in this, right?
Yeah.
So I guess you're going to excited to see it all finished. Since
Yeah,
now
I
you'll
can't
see
wait.
your fellow actors.
That's another cool thing, I guess, about animated movies. It's kind of like a surprise in the end, getting to see what it turns out like.
You've had a big variety of roles through your career, but iCarly put you on the map, right?
Yeah.
Do you still get recognized as Carly Shay?
Yeah, I do. People come up to me all the time, and they call me Carly sometimes.
What was that character about?
She was kind of just like a quirky person that liked. She made her own web show, and it was like around the time when like the internet was becoming really popular with shows. So I think that had a lot to do with why.
And how did you get that part?
I was actually on another show called Drake and Josh that was on Nickelodeon, and I started that show when I was 8. And then when I was 13, the creator of that show came up with the idea for iCarly.
Did your parents push you into this? How did you get started as a...
I'm actually from LA, and an agent came up to me at a food festival when I was 3. And,
3?
Well, came up to my parents, yeah, and said, "Oh, like I can send her on commercial auditions and stuff. Would you ever think about like her doing that?" She was like, "I run an agency." So my mom, I guess, went in and met with her, and I ended up going on auditions, and then I just
The
kept
rest
doing
is
it.
history.
Yeah.
She's only 24, but Miranda Cosgrove has already made a huge mark on Hollywood. More with this Despicable Me 3 star right after this. Miranda Cosgrove, one of the stars of Despicable Me 3. It'll be out in theaters June 30th, and it'll be another smash hit for this tremendously successful series. You were doing a TV commercial at 3, right?
Yeah.
You were in front of cameras very early. Did you like that right away? What influenced you at a young age to do this? You can't have a normal life.
Well, to be honest, I don't remember, like, when I was so
All right,
young.
not 3,
I
but-
hardly remember, but when I remember being around, like, 7, 8, and being on a TV show for the first time. And because it was on Nickelodeon, to me, I was just, like, really excited to get to do it. Like, I knew the Drake and Josh, they were characters on another show. I watched a Nickelodeon before that, so I was, like, really excited to audition for the part, I remember, and to get
My
to do
kids
it.
used to watch it.
Yeah, and kids would come up to me, like, I went to elementary school at the same time, so, like, I'd film an episode, and then when we had a week off, I'd go to regular school, and all the kids at school would be, like, really excited about it.
Did you then do those special courses where kids can do independent studies?
Yeah, I did. I ended up doing a homeschooling program, but it was with tutors on set.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of...
So you didn't have a normal school life.
No.
Think you missed something?
Well, that's why it was really important to me to go to college. I'm going to USC right now, so even though I didn't go to regular school after elementary school, I'm going
You're
to
going to
college.
SC Film School now?
Yeah.
And do you feel like you're still learning?
Yeah, I do. I mean, and just like being in a school environment, like I always really liked school and getting to like be at college and actually be in classrooms and meet people, and I don't know, it's been really fun.
Where'd you grow up?
I'm from LA actually, so that's probably why an agent came up to my parents.
Valley or the West Side?
I actually live kind of towards Disneyland, so a little out of LA.
Anaheim.
Yeah.
Did you have an inspiration as a child? Is there someone you wanted to be a career like?
Well, I don't know as a child, but I love Tina Fey. Like, I just absolutely love her.
So you couldn't say you had a normal childhood.
No, I didn't have I wouldn't say I had a normal childhood, but I feel like I got to do a lot of things that otherwise I definitely wouldn't have been able to do. Like, I got to see so much of the world from doing iCarly because I got to travel all over the place to promote the show to so many different countries with my mom. And yeah, I definitely feel like I've gotten a lot of like cool experiences.
So your parents encouraged this, huh?
Yeah, I mean, my parents really wanted me to do it to set money aside for college originally, but then I guess as I did it more, like they thought I was just going to do some commercials and put some money aside, but then I just kept going with it, and I ended up like really liking acting.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
No, I'm an only child.
Oh, I mean,
Just me.
do you date? Are you?
I do date.
Have you got a special person, or are you too young?
It's not that I'm too young. I don't have a boyfriend.
How about being well known, being seen? Was that tough to handle? Too much too soon?
I would say the only like negative thing about it is just that, you know, when you're growing up, it's already kind of hard, like just growing up in general, and then having people know who you are and like watch you makes it a little, I don't know, like puts more pressure on it. But I don't know, I feel like I got pretty lucky. Like it wasn't so bad for me.
And as a millennial, you got a large platform, a lot of people follow you. Do you take stands politically?
I haven't really, like, I think that it's really important to vote, just in general. So I did a lot on social media about just, like, I wanted people to get out and vote and make sure that they express their opinion. But
What do you make of all the divisiveness in the country now, though?
I don't know. I just wish that everybody could, you know, get along.
What do you like so much about playing other people?
I think it's fun to be able to get out of your life, to be able to do something, like, totally different than you. To be able to make people laugh is pretty cool, too. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So I feel like comedy is my favorite thing for sure, just because.
Do you stay at UC, or you live at home, or you?
I have my own place, but I stay at my parents' house a lot of the time, and I commute between the two places in USC.
Do you think you were fortunate, or do you think you've missed things?
I guess a little bit of both, to be honest, but I definitely feel more fortunate than, like, I missed out on anything. I feel like I got, like, even though my education was different than most people's, I feel like I got a good education because I had tutors for all the different subjects helping me and stuff.
Do you like voiceovering as much as acting on screen?
Yeah, definitely. I think I might even like it more.
Because?
I just think it's fun to get to, like, to be inside of like a room and have, with this movie, there are two directors and they Skype from Paris where they do the animation. And it's just fun, like getting all the different like ideas from them, and then they give a lot of freedom. They say like, do whatever you want, like whatever you think, and then it's fun getting to see the outcome.
How good is that school, USC Film School? It's very famous.
Yeah, I mean, I love going to USC. I just started taking the film classes. I just am finishing up, like, the general classes. But, yeah, it's been great. I mean, I took a Hitchcock class, which was fun.
Does it feel funny to be so successful, so young, appearing in hit shows, and now you're in a class?
It's a little strange just because when I first started there, a lot of people would, they'd make jokes about me. Like if I raise my hand to answer a question or something, they'd be like, iCarly's like gonna answer a question. Or they'd just say like stuff about the shows, but yeah.
After the break, we'll talk about Biggest Risk, Dream co-stars, and secret talents in a round of If You Only Knew with Miranda Cosgrove. And the new movie is Despicable Me 3. It's in theaters June 30th. Don't go away. We're back with Miranda Cosgrove. The movie Despicable Me 3 will be in theaters June 30th. In addition to the acting career, you've now recording, right? When did you know you could sing?
I got to record the theme song for iCarly when I was 13, and that was the first time I ever had recorded a song. And then people ended up liking that song, so I ended up doing more.
And what kind of singing? Was it rock?
It's pop. I guess you could call it kind of like pop rock music. But I got to go on 3 tours, and it was really fun.
Oh, you've toured?
Yeah.
Well, you've not known failure, have you?
Actually, during my 3rd tour, I got in a tour bus accident, and I broke my ankle, and then it took me like 9 months to be able to walk and stuff again. So that's actually the reason I...
But you have never known professional failure.
I guess not. I mean, I went on a million auditions when I was younger, and I mean, I still am auditioning for things now, so...
So you got rejected?
Yeah, plenty of times.
Since you're at USC and you're learning film school, would you like to direct?
I think that could be really cool. Mainly, I love like female comedians. So I've noticed like Kristen Wiig, Amy Schumer, like Tina Fey. They all write a lot of their stuff. So I really want to take writing classes. That's what I'm mainly interested in.
Do you like comedy?
Yeah, I love comedy.
What would you say to young girls starting out here? This is not an easy business.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that it's easy, but I would say that there is a lot of good in it, and that if you don't give up and you keep trying, because I really did. I went on like hundreds of auditions when I was younger, and that I didn't get. So I think people get kind of down on themselves a lot because it's so easy to, because it's hard to find the part that's right for you. It's easy to think like, oh, I'm not good at this if you don't get anything for a while. But yeah, I would say don't stop trying, because...
But you got to learn to accept it.
Yeah, and you never know when the right one will come.
We play a little game of If You Only Knew.
Okay.
I just throw some question.
All right.
What was the strangest fan encounter?
A guy had me sign his socks once.
A guy what?
Had me sign his socks.
Sign his socks.
He took his socks off for me to sign. And another time I was on tour and I was in a hotel room and I was sleeping and the like manager of the hotel I was at, he like opened the hotel room door up and he let his like daughter come in and his daughter was like jumping on the bed and I woke up and she was like, I like your show.
You're kidding.
No, that one was weird.
Were you angry?
No, she was pretty cute.
Best piece of advice you ever got?
Probably from my mom, and she just always says, kind of what I was saying before, not to stop trying, don't give up on your dream, on what you want. Like, always believe in yourself, because if you don't, nobody else is going to.
Worst piece of advice you ever got?
Probably to give up, like if something's not working
Yeah,
out.
right. If they can talk you out of it, you're not ready for it.
Yeah.
Who would be your dream co-star?
Dream co-star, Ryan Gosling.
Not bad.
That would be pretty great.
Biggest risk you ever took?
I bungee jumped in Fresno.
What was it like?
I lived.
You liked it?
I lived to tell the tale. Yeah, it was actually really fun. It was pretty good. My back hurt for a while.
Place we find you on a day off?
I go to the movies a lot. I just saw Wonder Woman last night.
I hear it's
I
sensational.
loved it. It was so good.
Yeah, everyone tells me it's terrific.
I kept like randomly crying throughout it because I thought it was so good.
Person you'd switch places with for a day?
Tina Fey.
Who never fails to make you laugh?
My dad.
What does he do?
He owns a dry cleaning business, but he's just really funny.
Something we should all be paying more attention to.
Making the world, I sound like Miss America, but making the world a better place.
Peace in our time.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Secret talent.
I can shake my eyes. I don't know if
You can what?
I have an extra eye muscle, and I can shake my eyes.
Let me see.
Can you see it?
Shake your eyes?
Yeah, like my actual eyeballs, like can kind of.
Oh, in
shake.
the eyeball.
Yeah,
Oh.
can you see it? I scared you.
How did you know you could do that?
I don't know. I have no idea how I started
Were
doing
you
that.
looking in the mirror one day?
I think I was like concentrating really hard and I just started doing it and then my mom was like, whoa, like don't do that. And then she had me do it at the doctor's office. And they were like, no, it's okay. Like
You ever
just
do
have
it on screen?
No, I never have.
Try it. It could be a new hit for you.
Maybe I will.
What's a superpower you wish you had?
I wish I could be invisible so that I could spy on people and,
Me
and
too.
hear what they were saying. I
What
wanna
is
know the
something
truth.
you wish you were better at?
Better at? Probably playing guitar. I always wanted to be good at it and I'm not.
Biggest perk of being a celebrity?
I guess getting your hair and makeup done and getting to like
And
do
you have
fittings.
that, right?
Yeah,
An
today's a good
entourage.
day.
Song you can't get enough of right now?
There's this band called the 1975. Somebody Else. I really like that song.
If you weren't an actor or a musician, what would you be?
I love to draw. Maybe I tried to be an artist.
Person from history you'd like to play in a film?
Ooh, Amelia Earhart.
If we could find her. Miranda Cosgrove in 10 years.
Back here with you. That'd be
I'll take that.
okay.
In our final moments, Miranda Cosgrove is taking your questions from social media. The film is Despicable Me 3 in theaters June 30th, and we'll be right back. We're back with the delightful Miranda Cosgrove. Had a successful life so far. She's just 24. We were flooded with social media questions. Let's get to some of them. Morgan Shave on the Larry King Now blog. What are your goals as your career progresses?
Probably just, I'd like to do like maybe some more mature roles because a lot of the stuff that I've done has been like, you know, for kids. Or,
Light.
Yeah, so it'd be cool to try something
You think
different.
you're ready for that?
I think so. I think I still would want to do comedy, but I guess just, you know, maybe something a little darker.
Corey Anderson also asks, what was your favorite memory from working on the School of Rock movie?
Favorite memory? I was in the snow for the first time. I went to New York for the first time, and I got to, you know, hang out with Jack Black. So that was.
And what was that like?
It was really cool. It was my first real experience like acting. So to get to be with a bunch of other kids, that was really fun, and also to get to like watch him improv all day long and make us laugh.
Was he fun?
Yeah, he was really cool.
Corey Anderson also asked, do you keep in touch with Jack Black?
Yeah, we had a School of Rock 10-year reunion, and I got to see him, and I got to see everybody, all the other kids that were in the movie.
Mania Ramos on Twitter. Where do you get your sense of humor from?
Probably my mom and dad. They're always like cracking jokes and they're pretty funny.
Your father owns a lawn, his dry cleaners.
Yeah.
What, he pressed the thing? What, does he have 1 hour cleaning?
It's always been so cool because he, like, my whole life, he's always pressed all of my, my clothes for me. So it's like a nice perk.
Where are they from, your parents? Are they from California?
Yeah, my dad, he's from Louisiana, but my mom's from LA, and his business is in La Cañada around here.
Maisie Beery on the Larry King Now blog. Do you remain close with the iCarly cast?
Jeanette McCurdy, who plays my best friend on iCarly, is my best friend in real life, so I saw her yesterday. I see her every day, pretty much.
How long did that show run?
We did it for 7 years.
Wow.
It was a while. I pretty much grew up, it was like 13 to like 19.
Was Nickelodeon a fun place?
Yeah, it was really fun. I think the coolest part was probably that, like how I said I'm really close with Jeanette, because it was just cool. Like, we started off and like nobody knew who we were, and all of a sudden, like, you know, towards the middle and end of the show, so many people would come up to us and we got to kind of experience the whole thing together. So it was cool.
Bryson Knox on Facebook. Which is a better possibility? A Drake and Josh reunion or an iCarly reunion?
I would do either, but I think it'd be really fun to do an iCarly one if I could pick.
Why did my teenage boys like Drake and Josh so much?
I don't know. So many, like, boys, even now it's funny, like 25, 30-year-old guys will come up to me, like, kind of embarrassed, and they'll be like...
They love
like,
Drake
I love
and Josh.
Drake and Josh.
Ashley B. on the Larry King Now blog. Do you ever get sick of Hollywood? You ever want to say, I'd like to do something else?
I think that it's cool, like, when people take, you know, breaks and stuff, like, you know, 6 months off to do something else. Like, someone told me once that Emma Stone worked in a bakery for a few months for fun in New York. So I think that that's cool, like, to, you know, try other things, too, that you enjoy.
KJM1016 on Twitter. How many Minion dolls do you own?
I have 4, so it's not too insane. But I also have a giant unicorn. In the movie, the littlest girl, she's like obsessed with unicorns, so I have like the biggest unicorn that they make in my room.
Is it a hit to go to the premiere and see it?
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's really cool too. I get to invite like a bunch of my friends and their nieces and like my family. They're all gonna come, so I can't wait.
Wonderful seeing you
Thank you.
again.
Thanks for having me again.
10 years.
10 years.
Big thanks to my guest, Miranda Cosgrove. Be sure to see Despicable Me 3. It's out in theaters on June 30th. And as always, you can find me on Twitter at King's Things, and I'll see you next time.